Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to RFF Picks. Today we have a correlated Counter-Strike / League of Legends play for you for this weekend starting on Friday, February the 21st. But first of all, I want to talk about the, once again, losing slip that I gave out on last night's YouTube video. Obviously, we've been kind of cold a little bit, and a lot of these green plays, there's a lot of green, but there's just one red a lot of the times. But beat on a dead horse all the time. Let's talk about the correlation on this play, right? We had a Counter-Strike play, correlated play. We had two opponents going against each other, two opponents are going against each other, and both opponents went over. So this was a positively correlated play, just on the wrong side. And then we had a great play right here with Fnatic and Eclot. They both went under in this matchup, assuming that Eclot ended up winning this matchup. So we have to take a little bit, I know people are going to meme me and laugh at me and stuff like that, but we have to take a little bit out of these plays, right? Obviously, these are still going to be hard at the end of the day to win. These are 4 out of 4 plays that we need to hit, so we need to hit a coin flip 4 times in a row pretty much, but at the same time, we get an advantage on these plays. At a minimum, if you're on this YouTube and you want to learn anything, in my opinion, it's that these correlated esports plays are super strong. Regardless if we're putting one together perfectly in each slip, the fact that we are seeing these people move in the same direction almost all the time is definitely positive, right? So we have these two opponents going against each other. We had the under on both, but they both went over and they both red. And then at the bottom of this play right here, Fnatic Eclot, they both went under, so we greened on both of them. So to me, that's good what we're seeing. Obviously, we want to win the play, but at the end of the day, this is showing how the correlation is working, and it's strong, being able to pair up these opponents against each other in these plays. So here's our Real Friends community. We have 35.6 thousand subscribers on our main channel, Real Friends in Football. We started that channel 3 years ago, and that channel was initially supposed to be a gambling channel. We flipped the direction to just a football channel, and we started RFF Picks about a year ago. This channel is now at like 50 subscribers, so really appreciate all the people that tune in, watch the videos, and trust us every day, regardless if the slips are winning or not, because we're doing our best and we're putting the best slips that we can out there. All the slips that we do, as you can see below, are either EV positive, correlated betting, or what I like to call villain betting, right? So one of the bets that I was actually on today, which kind of flows with the villain betting, is Canada money line winning in the NHL, because a lot of people in America were going to be betting on USA. Obviously, that's the fun thing to do, but we gotta win money, and so we bet on Canada, right? That's a prime example of something that we would do here. Another kind of play in the NBA. I didn't end up betting this, but the Spurs, they lost Victor Wembanyama. And I would have bet on them today because they lost their superstar, and a lot of people would have gone on and bet on the Suns. So I like to do, what I'm trying to say is I like to do what the opposite of what the public usually does, right? So those are kind of the 3 pillars that we do here. As you can see below, I'm up 500 units, 7% ROI, over 7,000 bets. And like I said, all the bets that we do here are with our head, not with our heart. So we have pretty much no emotion coming into almost all the bets that we make, right? So 7,000 bets, those are a ton of bets that I've made. I've had my ups and downs at the end of the day, but we are seeing a 7% growth on our money. So here is our link tree. You can find us on all of our platforms that we have: YouTube's, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Winnable, and then our links that we have, our deposit matches with other sports books. So here's our Winnable. What this is, the easy way to get our plays, right? Winnable, they will text you or email you depending on what plan you're subscribed to. So the free plan is going to be our YouTube plays. You can obviously get those immediately. I think yesterday, one of the lines actually moved 0.5 kills. So if you are subscribed to the Winnable, and obviously the play didn't win, but at the end of the day, I think it was like him. He went down from 30.5 to 30 or something like that. So what I'm trying to say is, if you want to follow along and tag along with all the YouTube plays, the best way to actually tail them is following on our Winnable. So it's pretty easy. I mean, you could go on there, subscribe to our free plan, and you will get a text or email of all the plays that we post on YouTube right before, like 30 minutes before the YouTube video gets posted, and you can kind of ignore the video that I make, right? So our MVP plan is going to be $100 a month, but right now we are doing a discount because obviously we've been a little cold on the YouTube channel. We want to kind of prove our worth, that we're worth something. Obviously, a lot of people that have been subscribed to the channel, they've known in the past, especially like last year, we were hella cooking up esports plays. There was a moment where within 1 week, we won like $3,000 on plays. We were hitting like 6-mans, and it was insane. So obviously, like I said, we're in a little bit of a cold stint right now, but I'm gonna keep putting plays out there, keep making YouTube videos, and you're free to do what you want. If you want to flame me, feel free. If you want to keep tailing and trust the process, then go along with that. But I'm going to come on here and make YouTube videos regardless and give you the plays that I like. So if you want to sign up for all of our plays, it is just type in code Super Bowl at the discount, and you will get the plays for $25 for the month. So it's going to be less than $1 a day for all of our plays. So we have 1180 people subscribed to our Winnable on there. So finally, here is going to be the play. We have Passion UA going against Guns. So this is going to be a correlated Counter-Strike play. We're going to go on the under on this. So we need either one of these teams to win the game fairly easily. And if that happens, it's very likely that these guys aren't going to go over their kill totals, right? So the way that Counter-Strike works is it goes a best of 13. So that means that once one of the teams gets 13 kills or 13 maps won, they go to the next map, right? Or not maps, but rounds. Once they get to 13 rounds, they go to the next map, right? So that means that this can go like 13-4, something like that, to where these guys aren't playing in a lot of games, right? Because the way that they, do the lines is that they're kind of expecting an X amount of games to happen within the maps. But if not a lot of games happen, then that's how the correlation works with the play, right? We've seen it exactly like this one. It's the same thought process here, to where, Eclot probably, and I didn't end up watching this game because I think it was super early, but, Eclot probably ended up winning. He got 29 kills, and then the opponent only got 18 kills. So that means they probably got pretty hard stomped, to where regardless of which team wins, they're still not able to get up to their, kill potential, 31.5, 30.5. They didn't get to that because there wasn't a ton of games happening. So that's the thought process with the top one, right? The correlated play with the Counter-Strike. And then League of Legends. This is like my bread and butter play. I love League of Legends. One of the games I've been playing for the last like 13 years. I think since like 2012 I've been playing the game. And we're going to be betting on a team that I love, Cloud9. Cloud9's my favorite team. One of my, even like outside of all sports, I think Cloud9's one of my more favorite teams. Like we're talking football, basketball, like all that. I feel like Cloud9 is up there with one of my favorite teams, right? So we're going to be betting on Blabber and Thanatos. I'm not going to lie. I was used to another guy at the top lane. I haven't been watching a ton of esports as of recent, or at least League of Legends recently. But I remember Blabber for a long time, like 6 years, part of the team, and he's a very aggressive jungler. So he goes in there and he plays the Lee Sins, he plays the Nocturnes, he plays champions like that, to where he's getting a ton of kills. And so I feel like his line at 4 is pretty low, especially because they're playing in a series against Team Liquid, and then Thanatos, he's a South Korean, he's a top laner, and his line's at 4. And the way that League of Legends works, it's a very snowbally game, right? I talk about it all the time, to where the team that ends up winning, a lot of the times, everyone else on the team is going to do well. So if we're betting on this and Cloud9 ends up winning this series, it's very likely that these guys are going to go over their kill totals, right? And then not only do we have that, but we also have the backup in the sense that even if this series is tight, which it should be, Cloud9 and Team Liquid are like toe-to-toe as one of the best organizations in esports, or at least when it comes to League of Legends. And so I even looked at the line, and it's pretty much a coin flip matchup between the two teams. So this means that very likely that these guys can be going in like a bloody fight. So we're wishing for the opposite as this play, right? We're going to go for a bloody fight between these two teams, where we want Cloud9 and Team Liquid to fight over dragons, fight over barons, get in skirmishes all the time. And if that happens, these guys are going to go over their kill totals, right? So Blabber to me feels super strong. Like I said, he's a very aggressive jungler. He will dive into fights and get a ton of kills. He will die for kills, and so that's exactly what we're hoping for. And even his playstyle kind of fits the circumstances within the play as well. And then the jungler, he camps the top laner a lot of the time too, so a lot of these kills can switch between the two guys. So like this play, that's how the correlation works, right? We're going to go under on Counter-Strike, and then League of Legends, we're going to take over on both. So this play is going to be happening early Friday, and then this play I think is on Saturday afternoon. So we'll see if this ends up hitting. I'll be watching this in the morning, and if not, then maybe we'll come back to here and take these again for the next YouTube video or something like that. We'll see what the lines look like, but that's the play. Best of luck, and let's hit the slip finally. Let's hit it. We got to get back on track. See y'all.